hello to everyone who's watching. Today we're going to talk about our yet another competitor, Snov.io or Snovio. Not sure how they prefer to be pronounced. All right, I will start with something that I didn't like right away, and that's their UI. This is the first page I got when I just created my account, and it's awfully messy. Like there is 1, 2, 3 banners here, some options here, very unclear where to start and what to do. And on a side note, that might not directly have to do anything with Snovio, but I just wanted to give a little insight that I have recently learned about our brain structure. And we have this reptilian brain here, which is the oldest part of the brain. And its sole purpose and like the reason of existence is for us to survive and to preserve energy. So every time we face with something complex, unclear, doubtful, difficult, this part of our brain just really literally tells us, okay, shut it off, close it, don't pay attention to it, ignore it, because it is tasked with the idea that we might need to fight an enemy or flight the enemy, and we'll have to run very quickly and we'll need a lot of energy. So we cannot afford spending this energy on understanding how this page works and what to do here. So, and I felt it very clearly while looking at this page, like that my reptilian brain was like, oh boy, just get out of there. So yeah, a little insight. I hope that was interesting. Now let's go to the boring stuff I like. And that's the ability to upload files in the Excel and text file besides the CSV. I know that it takes literally 3 clicks to transform an Excel file in a CSV, and yet I have had quite a few complaints that it's difficult for people, challenging, and they would wish they could just import an Excel file right away to the system. Now let's talk about something that I liked as well, and that is their single domain search. And I'm gonna show you that. So for instance, you just type in a company names. Here I typed in Brighter.io, the company my friend works for, and then you have a little bit overview, which I like. I like to have context, industry and website founded. It's not too much, like Apollo did it better, but still, this is good that they include it. And what I really like here is that they have the prospects, so the people with the name, title, and all, and they have all domain emails and generic contacts like hello@brighter.io and things like this. And I find it very cool that they separated it right away, so you know kind of what you're looking for. Like if you want to just blast in and send to everyone, sure. If you want to look for particular prospects, you can do that too. And yeah, and here you can filter by position. So for instance, like I did marketing. And here you have the two prospects from the marketing team. I liked it. I think it's really nicely done. Okay. Yeah, I also liked their bulk domain search. So the main point is that you upload a file, and then you can, for instance, say that you want to get one person from each domain. Yeah, you can specify position as well. And the cool thing, I also thought that you can choose between looking for a prospect. So again, a person with the name and title and all, or you just want to get any email possible from this domain. So you can choose that. And then I also think is pretty nicely done. Yeah, this was also good. They have a lot of options for finding emails. They are more focused on ability to find emails than to create outreach, which is, of course, they're good, right? So here you can also just upload a CSV file with the first name, last name, and domain. And the system will be able to find the email for this person for you. So like also handy because you can do it in the bulk. You can just upload a file with names and domains, and there you go. What I didn't like is their extension. Really, it didn't impress me whatsoever. So I was trying to get my own email. It said like email not found. So I was not able to find my own email from LinkedIn with their extension. And then all of a sudden they created a contact with, like, for me, like they created me as a prospect, and they added a random email address that they even claim is not valid. But I wonder, why did they decide to do it? This is so pointless and confusing. Like, this is not my domain email. My domain email is lisa.reply.io. Okay, they weren't able to find it, fine. But why did they create this? This is beyond me. Very confusing. And also, their extension I didn't like at all. So I was looking for an email for this, my friend from Brighter, and the extension did not find her email from LinkedIn. And then it did find the email in their own domain search. So that is also rather confusing, and I wish they had it like unified or something. If their domain was not able to find it from LinkedIn, they should have some kind of backup logic that they would grab it from whatever technology they have here, because it's kind of ridiculous that their extension was not able to find it, but here through the domain, the email actually popped up. So yeah, their extension, I think, is not a very, very good quality. Also, I didn't like their prospect page. Like, it has no filters. It's very unhandy. You have a list of contacts, and like, I'm gonna show you maybe in here as well. So you have a list of contacts, and you can't do much with them besides just launch a campaign, yeah. And there is no way to filter them or anything. You can only verify the list. You can import people, yeah, custom fields, and export prospects. Like, what if I'm just interested into selecting all, I don't know, sales managers and all? What do I do? Very unhandy. And same way, there's only one action. With the prospect that you can do is delete. Also, I find it rather weird. Like, you cannot change status, you cannot do anything. So basically all you can do is delete them. It's pretty weird. Yep. And moving on. Yes, what I did like is that they have rather insightful customer profile. Here I opened I found through LinkedIn email of our colleague Maria, and they pulled all her previous experiences, and I find it very cool because, like, when you're conducting cold outreach, it can be very useful to know that, for instance, Maria worked for like, she volunteers legal and consulting agency. Okay, and she volunteered for Nova Ukraine. Okay, so we have something to talk to her about. Okay, so you're a volunteer, you're interested in the development of Ukraine, things like this. So this is pretty cool that they pulled up her previous information from LinkedIn. I guess it was not difficult, but this is really insightful. This is a good idea. What I also liked, that while creating their campaign, they have an option to set campaign duration, when it starts on and it ends on. And we're getting now into holiday seasons with, like, these American holidays like Thanksgiving, and then it's Christmas. I think this is a very good idea because, but just to avoid uncomfortable situations when you had, for instance, too many prospects to email to with the Christmas meetings, and then you forgot to pause your sequence and you sent some Christmas messages like in the middle of January or something. So this is a good idea to avoid it. And also what I liked, this is such a small thing. I know it's a small thing, but I just want to talk about it because I find it cool. In the list of schedules, they already show the time zone, and we don't do that. So if you have, for instance, 10 schedules and you want to know which time zone each is, you have to click on them, and it's one click too many. If you can just bring it up here, it's way more comfortable to see, especially when you're choosing a sequence, a schedule for a sequence. What I also liked is the embedded YouTube videos. I know that we have Vidyard, but of course, YouTube has more videos, and most people post their videos on YouTube rather than Vidyard. So this is not something that I'm pushing forward and I'm saying, oh, we should do it, but I do think that it's cool. Their sequences, they call it campaigns. Their campaigns have caused me mixed feelings. Also gonna show it. So on one hand, I really like that their campaigns are okay. Their campaigns are conditional. So, for instance, you can add a trigger. So, contact opened email or contact booked a meeting with Calendly. They have also an integration with Calendly, or clicked on link, and then based yes or no. There could be different scenarios, and I think it's cool. And this is something I really think we should implement. This is something I'm pushing forward. Different, let's say, triggers for in the same sequence to have different emails, different outreach options for different actions that the prospects did. So this I liked. I like that it is visual. This is also pretty cool. What I didn't like is the purpose of this goal thing here. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't help you. It's not trackable. So yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why they needed, like why they added it and what's the purpose of it. Because it's not actionable. It's not trackable, not actionable. So this I find pretty useless, this goal thing here. And also, of course, they only have email, which is enough for a searching tool, for a prospecting tool, and is not enough for like an outreach tool, but it depends, of course, what they want to position themselves as. Yeah, so that's the sequences, and it's so this is the main view. And it's hard to see like where the prospects are in the sequence, and it's a bit confusing. I wish they had like better statistics and better understanding of what's going on in the sequence, because if the sequence is running and, for instance, my prospects are some here and some there, how am I supposed to know? This is the only view that they have on sequences, so this isn't really worked through. Okay. What else did I want to mention? Linker. This, I really liked the idea, but as I say here, I didn't like the execution. I'm also gonna show you here this linker thing. Oh, here it is, linker. Sorry for the delay. So basically, it helps you like find particular people. So let's say job title, skills, digital marketing, let's say, and location. Well, let's not be so easy and let's not go USA. Let's do Peru. And this works pretty cool. It gives you like a list of marketeers, and according to your like Peru CMO, all good. But that also only works good with LinkedIn. Now it's just I think stupid to give a to present you with a Google link to like this. This is not professional. This looks funny. So this linker idea could be really cool, but it could be better executed. Or, for instance, adding a link that didn't find anything, as well as this, looks crappy. But the idea is cool to be able to present with a list of the people you search. So see, like adding this is really a bad idea and looks unprofessional. Yeah, but again. The concept itself I liked. The execution should have been way better and way more selective and way better presented for the people who use it. Okay, so moving on to the company profile search. This was good. This is actually my favorite thing that is offered by Snovio. So how it works, you just choose you choose a profile for the companies you're interested in. Again, we're not gonna be easy. We're not gonna do USA. We're gonna do Albania. We're gonna do hospitality, for instance. Well, Tirana. Oh, well, company size, let's do D. And you start the search. And here you go, the sites of these of the companies that fit these profile conditions, and then you can just open them. And their email finder scraps the info from this website and gets you, well, all the emails that was able to find on this website with this domain. So this workflow is pretty cool, and you can just save selected, and there you go. So this was good. This is both very good idea and nicely executed, works pretty fine, even though like Albania probably is not the most typical search. And here you also see the profile if you click on it. So pretty nicely done. Yeah, an email tracker. I know that it's been a while for many years already that these email trackers exist. And I'm not saying that we should have one, but I am going to say that I like it. And I remember still using something like this like for 5 years ago when I was looking for volunteer projects in Europe, and I would want to know if they opened my email or not. So I think this is a good idea. I think that they have it and it's great. Do we need to have it? Probably not, because there are way too many for them in the market, and it's really nothing special anymore. But it's cool that they actually track the emails that are sent from the email account itself, not from the Snovio itself. Yeah, so the emails are tracked that are sent directly, between email address to email address without the third-party app. So this is pretty cool. And then a few words about their users. I must say that their users are really, cheap small companies. Yeah, they're looking for freebies. In most of the reviews I have read, there was something like the best thing is that it's a free plan. So they I don't think they're ready to go mid-market, and I don't think they try to. They stay in their pool of small companies and startups and solo entrepreneurs and things like this. So this is just my suggestion about their main customer base. What they like is, of course, ability to search for the emails on websites, different options of email finding, like I showed you as well, their email validation, and the visual workflow for the campaign. What they didn't really like is that it does not show phone numbers. Well, there is no ability to call either, but yeah, the phone numbers are not revealed. A lot of people complain about UI as well. Well, I'm I'm on the same boat here. I didn't like it either. There's lack of integration, some say, and the validity, again, when I use percents, I don't really like doing it without an actual statistics, but I'm still gonna show it and say that this is somebody's subjective view, that 65% only were valid. So this is about it that I wanted to talk to you about concerning Snovio. Hope you find it interesting, and if you want to give me any feedback or ask questions, you're more than welcome to.